Hello, Aries. I did not forget about y'all. We are clearing this space from any and all energies, entities, beings that's not serving your highest and greatest good, removing them out of your auric field, out of your mind, your body, your spirit, and aligning you with the spirits of good health, good wealth, good fortune in your life, bringing you in divine alignment for your highest and greatest good. And the highest and greatest good of all involved, we are going to get ready to do your reading for the month of January. Aries, let me tell you why it took me some time to get into your energies. Y'all are in some very deep spaces, and spirits like keep clearing. Keep clearing. Y'all are in some deep spaces. Y'all got some beautiful transformations going on here, but it can feel quite intense here. So allowing yourself to relax, allowing yourself to get rest. This is more of an internal journey for y'all, it seems, for the month of January. All right. I needed some time. I just felt like every time I wanted to go and do Aries reading, I was just like pulled to rest or to sleep and to restore myself. And I came to realize that Aries, that's where y'all are. Y'all are dwelling or spending time in these subconscious realms. Y'all are in a space of dissolution, clearing energy blocks, clearing out that which is not serving y'all. Y'all are in let go season. Y'all are in release. Y'all are in purification processes here. And so that's going to look different for everyone, right? Hydration, keeping yourself hydrated is really important. So with that being said, I'm going to take a sip of water. So the way that I'm going to do these readings, I'm going to share a little bit more of the channel messages. I'm going to get into the whispers of Ganesh. So I'm going to pull some Ganesha cards, then I'm going to pull some tarot, and then we are going to pull out a card from Kali Ma to see what messages she may have for you. I will be interpreting these, and then we're going to go into some subconscious messages. I did this for everyone in the collective, where I will pull some dice and some runes. And with the runes, I'm going to give you some like keywords, but I'm not going to interpret that. That's for you and your higher self and your intuition to energetically connect, so that you are aligning with your spiritual gifts and spiritual knowings and activations. So that is for you to sit and meditate with, and if you feel guided to do so. And then I will pull a magic spark. I just had to get them. They were a little bit further. I was like, wait a minute, where to go? A magic spark to see what type of magic you can get into for the month of January here. All right. So Aries, like I mentioned, y'all are in a very space of being invited to be more introverted this month in January. For some of you, it's like hibernation. For some of you, you're wanting to be more active. You're wanting to be more social and be more out there. But there's something about if you allow yourself to go in the inner journey within. Oh, I got goosebumps all over. Aries, this inner journey is going to illuminate a pathway within your soul, within your light essence that you may not have paid attention to, or that's just going to open a new path. This is why the letting go, the dismantling. So they're saying like, don't even worry about how that path is going to open, or it's more of like trusting and going within. So resting when you need rest, relaxing, releasing. right? Like I mentioned, so some of y'all it's decluttering, some of y'all it is more paying attention to what is self-sabotaging, paying attention to the patterns that maybe it's like another dopamine hit, but it's not necessarily like a true fix from the soul, right? So there's that, and there's also like this like connection with the divine mother, the divine feminine, that's amplifying your psychic abilities, that's amplifying your knowing. And even though this is for like Aries, sun, moon, and rising, I was getting a big like Mars and Aries energy also. Some of y'all have that placement. But if you don't have your sun, your moon, your rising, or your Mars in Aries, just know that if your soul has guided you here to these messages, that there is, this is a general collective message, but there may be some messages here for you to really allow yourself to integrate, to meditate with here. We all have Aries at some part of our chart, and so this could be the placement where you have Aries of ruling a house or something, right? Maybe it's your 4th house, maybe it's your 12th house, maybe it's your 11th house, whatever, right? There's something about Aries energy and you coming into a space of harmony for you to receive these messages now. Right? So whether you're a cross watcher, thinking that you're here to watch for somebody else, it's really about you right now. And if there is a message, I thank you for existing, for allowing me to be of service to you, to be a divine conduit, a divine vessel channeler for your highest and greatest good. And I give thanks of all praises to the Most High for aligning me in this space to be that divine messenger, right? For the highest and greatest good of all involved here, keeping the channels pure. Now, if there is a message that does not resonate with you, I invite you to connect with your highest self, to connect with Source and your spirit guides, your spirit team, to bring you tangible confirmation and any validation that is necessary and needed for you if the message is truly for you, but maybe you're resisting, that they dismantle the resistance and they bring you tangible proof so that you could allow yourself to receive the messages that are truly serving your highest and greatest good, despite your liking to it, right? Despite any defense mechanism or resistance, right? Now, if the message is truly not for you, I invite in and call in divine intervention to remove that energy out of your mind, your body, your spirit, your aura, your experience, so that you do not have to experience anything that is not for your highest and greatest good. And as I will it, so it shall be, as long as you are open and willing to receive that divine intervention to serve your highest and greatest good. All you have to do is say, I invite divine intervention to come into my life and bring in what's in divine alignment for my highest and greatest good, whether it's to bring you the confirmations of that which you may be resisting and feeling like you're not in resonance of, or it's to clear out the pathways of that which is truly not for you. And Wild Fate says, my Mars is in Aries and Sun too. Wow. So thank you for coming in. Yeah, I was getting like Mars and Aries placement so strong. And I was like, okay, all right. So yeah, like really allowing y'all Aries energy, like y'all are getting like massive prophetic dreams at this time, and it may not even feel like prophetic dreams, but they're saying like some of the dreams is from the past of things that already occurred, and you may have journaled about it, but a lot of y'all in the collective, y'all gonna want to journal at this time, because these dreams are actually of things that's gonna be coming up to the collective. So pay attention to your dreams, as there's a lot of like messages and symbolisms of how to move forward, how you as an individual serving yourself is actually going to be serving the highest and greatest good of all, which is why it's important for you to take time to rest, right? So if you're feeling sleepy, right, that's because you're getting massive downloads and DNA upgrades for ascension at this time, so that your higher self and the Galactic Council and your spirit team can like actually open up and spread your auric energy. Give me just a moment here. I have to call her back. Your auric energy, clear out and align certain like chakra points here, to really get you into that space. And that's how through that pathway that is opening up for you, you're going to be receiving messages in your dream space, and those messages in your dream space are going to be how you're going to be able to serve the collective. But if you do not take time for yourself to rest and rejuvenate and hibernate, you're not going to get those messages. Therefore, you're going to be doing a disservice to yourself and a disservice to the collective. So sometimes we feel like we constantly have to be a channeler, right? Like I mentioned earlier in the video, like I did every zodiac sign but Aries, and I was like, okay, why am I not doing Aries? Every time I channeled into Aries, I just wanted to go to sleep. I just wanted to go to sleep, and I was like, what is this? So take your time to rest, Aries. And I got so many messages also in the dream realm. So I realized, okay. And so that's very important. And that's an energy that they want you to relax, because of how passionate and powerful y'all actually are. It's okay, sis. I love you. And I'm in Aries, and I was getting a lot of like, Mars and Aries energy too. So if you want to listen, and go ahead. And so anyway, within the next 18 months, I guess 18 months. I think this has to do with the like lunar nodes shifting also. And I do have to do the North Node readings coming up. So stay tuned for that. I will be getting to that even before the end of this week here. But I digress. So even though this message is for January, I am getting a time frame of like 18 months here, where it's about really allowing yourself to be in the like love frequency and be in this way. And when I say love frequency, they're saying like some of y'all are going to be considered to be in your villain era, and that's okay. Like, but as long as you are truly self-caring and self-loving, this is really important. I was also getting doing foot baths. Like you might want to do a spiritual foot wash, maybe weekly or once a month or something like that here, or maybe just for the month of January, do it once. This is equivalent to like a spiritual bath and like cleansing of the crown of the head, which Aries, y'all are the head, right? Y'all are the head of household, right? Of the body. However, the feet is connected with Pisces. So this could be some lunar nodes, Aries energy coming through, or maybe you have some of those placements together. However, it's something about for your pathways, for your path, for your walk here. And it's not to be obsessive, it's to be when you are called to do it. So if you feel like just doing it just this once, this month, then just do it. It could be as simple as like, lemons, like slicing lemons and putting it with some like sea salt or Epsom salt and baking soda in the foot wash. It could be very simple. You don't have to overcomplicate it, they're saying, because it's almost like less is more for y'all, because y'all are in a space of dissolving and dismantling any false light and energies, any illusions, any energies that's truly not honoring your spiritual gifts here. And this is also activating your psychic abilities. This is activating your clairs, right? There's something about that. And it's also like, I'm not sure if some of y'all were feeling sick, but I'm getting like this is also gonna like keep some of y'all from even getting sick. And so that might be a thing for some of y'all. Maybe you live in colder weather. You don't have to be But that's the thing that was coming up. Yeah, I was getting lavender as an herb that was coming through strongly. Also, maybe you'll be making lavender tea. Or I know for Aries, I'm not going to lie, I was getting a lot of smokers. So maybe some of you just enjoy smoking. I know fire signs tend to connect with, and here I go again with the smoke. So yeah, I think that y'all are in a really big space of clearing. I didn't have to like do that so much with the other signs. And it's not that y'all are in a very negative space. That's not what I'm getting at all. It's just there's so much that maybe you've accumulated within the last few years or something like that, that's really like just keep clearing, keep going, keep moving forward. Don't give up on yourself. Citrine is another one. Oh yeah, for the smokers. Thank you. So tobacco, lavender, mullein, these could be things. Maybe the mullein, I was getting ventilation also. So if some of y'all are dealing with like maybe there's a lot of smoke in your area or a lot of pollution or something, maybe drinking some mullein tea and doing some like breath work to open up your pathways for your chest, like expanding your rib cage even, to get more ventilation and breathing space here. This is also going to open up space for you to receive. That might be a thing for some of y'all, or some of y'all are even asthmatic. It might be something about your breathing that's coming through. And if you are asthmatic or having trouble breathing at this time and you are a smoker, you are being encouraged to like smoke less, like not smoke so much or even at all. That might be something to like let go of for you. Now, for those of you that don't deal with those issues and that are smokers, I was getting like tobacco and lavender. So you might actually be rolling up your own tobacco with other herbs. And I know like a lot of people tend to do that with like, you know, ganja, with marijuana and stuff. And so maybe that's what you're doing, but I was getting like working with tobacco specifically is connected to Aries. And also, yeah, like my ears are like super itchy right now. So the ears may be significant to you. You could be clairaudient. You can be like getting these messages too, and you're like, so it could even be like maybe burning it on a charcoal if you don't smoke cigarettes. But if you smoke cigarettes, maybe buying your own tobacco and rolling it up may be more sufficient and healing for you, and doing it in an intentional way of smoking rather than just smoking to alleviate stress or just smoking out of like habitual rituals, right? So just being mindful of that. But these are energies that's like wanting to work with you at this time here, that's gonna be bringing in like that like glow. I'm literally seeing you like shining here, right? So I love that for y'all Aries. Y'all was also getting the color green a lot, so I was like, ooh, okay, I love that for y'all. So greens and blues right now may be like really, really like powerful energies for you to work with at this time. This could also be like heart chakra activations. But again, just allowing yourself to relax. And I'm so sorry if y'all hear like outside noise. They just decided that they wanted to be doing some maintenance gardening work this morning. And so that's what's going on if it's really loud. So let's get into the message from Ganesh here. I think I got all the channeled messages through for you here. I tell you like citrine. I didn't really get much crystals for y'all. I did share with y'all what was the main things that I was getting. So yeah, let's get into what messages from Ganesh for Aries in the month of January here. 2, 1 more. Yeah, I feel like y'all went through, I think there's 2 cards that's upside down, so I get it. Yeah, I feel like y'all went through a lots of like healing. a lot of healing. Maybe y'all were dealing with like depression or even just like really intense connections. And y'all are in a space where like y'all could actually like let go of that trauma. Y'all in a space where y'all can relax. Y'all can celebrate. Y'all can listen to music and dance. Maybe that is a big thing, right? Is this ecstatic dancing, or being eccentric with yourself, and really just like being in allowing yourself to be one with your chaos without judging or criticizing how that may look. And it's like this rest restorative, like not getting in a space of like anger or frustration if things are moving a little bit slower, because slow and steady is winning your race. And I know y'all probably like really quick to move. Y'all are getting a lot of quick opportunities moving for you, and then it may seem like a pause, but y'all are gonna like speed up soon is kind of what I'm getting. So like this could also be like working your magic. If for some of you that's into like spells and stuff like that, like lighting a candle for yourself and opening your path, the same way like doing the foot wash, right? Like doing something, whether I'm not getting so much like needing to do a road opener. For some of you, maybe that's what you feel like you need to do. I feel like your roads are already open. It's more like like allowing you to focus on what you are attracting, not what you're letting go, like letting go what you need to let go here. All right. In the bottom of the deck, we have the number 42 with achievements here. And let's see, y'all ended up getting 4 cards. So let's hear inner knowing with the number 17. Yeah, there's a lot of internal work going on for you, Aries, right now. Now is a great time. You are being invited to meditate at this time. You are being invited to go within. You are going within. It's not about going without. And then you have here perseverance. So you might be needing to preserve your energy at this time for greater rewards to come rushing in. Also, like all trust in knowing. Yeah. And splendor also, like this preservation is for you to splendor. I'm actually going to read splendor. I feel like I need to read splendor. I don't think I read splendor in any of the other readings, but splendor did come up in some of the other readings here. So did inner knowing, but anyways, it's not about the other readings, it's about y'all here. With the splendor, and that's number 46 here, so 28, 46. And these numbers may be significant to you and opening up some ways, but this is about like reaping the rewards of all the struggles, all the sacrifices that you have made. Maybe that sacrifice was like you fasting. Maybe you did a fasting for like 3 days, and like now you're in a space of like you did fasting, you did meditation, and you gained some like great revelations and like knowing. For some of you, it's just y'all had to let go of like a hard, intense experience, or whether it's a home or a relationship or a friendship or something like that. And you're in the space of splendor. I'm going to read splendor for a moment here. And then prosperity. Yeah, I told you, y'all are in a space of prosperity here. With the perseverance, this is about prosperity coming in after the sacrifice and not giving up on yourself. How like Ganesha literally sacrificed his tusks to keep on writing, writing in the oh my gosh, like writing history. I can't even think of the word right now, but to continue on his purpose. He knew he had to write this, for the world, for the other gods, for the other entities to be in alignment with what is channeled from the divine mother frequency, from divine source frequency here. And y'all are in a space of divine abundance and prosperity. And I feel like that's what splendor is really talking about, like really allowing yourself to like receive the lavish abundance of the universe, the prosperity here, so that you can be in your splendor here. So if there's like financial hardships or something that's really feeling like you're in a struggle right now. This is like about going into your inner knowing and tapping in with divine universal consciousness, source consciousness of abundance and prosperity, knowing that through God all things are possible, right? And the divine mother can birth all things. And so there are infinite timelines, infinite possibilities, because there's infinite abundance in that space. And so all things shall prosper, and what you are focused on is what's prospering. So if you allow yourself to relax, if you allow yourself to center and go within your inner knowing, go within the womb space. And if you are a masculine, like physically masculine man, a male, there you still have a connection to the divine mother's womb. It's just a different experience than if you were an actual like female per se. However, the woman and men are both connected to the cosmic womb, in which all things are fertile and prosperous in that space. And that's the chaos that we were talking about, tapping into that abundance, tapping into that prosperity, tapping into that creativity here. Let's see here. And then prosperity is number 45 here. So 46 with splendor. Seek and honor the beauty and splendor that is within and around you. I can't even make this up. This is splendor, y'all. Ganesha is surrounded by beauty in this card and calling it to your attention. Awaken to what you are surrounding yourself with at this time. See more deeply and be aware of the impact of your surroundings on what you create in your life. Ganesha urges you to let beauty penetrate into your heart. You will naturally respond to this beauty by fostering more care and love, not only in your life, but also in the lives of those around you. If your critical voice has been overactive lately, or you find that you have been dwelling on negative behaviors, take a moment to realign yourself. You arrive in this world as a unique and magnificent individual. The core of your being is whole, beautiful, and filled with love. The essence of your higher self wants nothing more or less than for you to be who you were created to be. Ganesha is standing in a meadow surrounded by flowers. The flowers symbolize perfection and beauty. The variety of colors stream healing, loving energy in your direction. The butterflies symbolize change and evolution that your soul is undertaking. Remember to have an awareness of your surroundings. See the splendor that is being shown to you and utilize this energy to support your own transformations. Yes, I truly... Like I said, I was feeling a heart chakra activation going on for y'all. As I was reading that, I was getting like green, blue, and purple. So this could be like your higher channels. Actually, like maybe you were operating from a lot of scarcity and like lower frequencies and like reds and all of that. And there's nothing wrong with that. Red is very powerful, right? It's very connected to your abundance, to your safety, to your groundiness, to your foundation, to your blood frequency, to your ancestors, to your connection to the divine, right? To your life source. And so while that's beautiful and powerful, there's something about going within and connecting with the subconscious mind, and the symbolisms of things here is going to allow for you to be in tune with your higher chakras, so that you are in that confidence, in your safety, in your dwelling of knowing. All right. Thank you. Yes, I felt it. It was just like Aries. So we're going to go into some tarot here. What messages do we have here? Thank you. One more. Thank you. All right, so in the bottom of the deck, you have the Eight of Wands here. So this could be some information coming in. This, I feel like this is more like the internal conversations you have with yourself. Like, how do you talk to yourself? Maybe words of power, affirmations may be a major highlight for you to regain safety and confidence for yourself this month here. For some of you, this could be travel and things moving in God's speed, like really fast, really fast-paced movement here. Or maybe you're wanting things to be in a little bit of a fast-paced movement, but this is divine messages coming through for you here, and things moving in a frequency in which is aligning you for you to receive awareness and revelation. So like maybe you were waiting on some information or something like that, and the information is going to come through. This could be an email, a phone call, a text message, some sort of communication coming through here. And then you have the Two of Pentacles in reverse here. All right. So this could be about y'all like needing to really make a decision as to how y'all want to prioritize your time. Maybe you've been like working hard and not prioritizing rest and stuff like that. Like when it's upright, there is a strong need for you to balance out. Here, when it's in reverse, this is like spirit is forcing you to get into that balance here. It's like you don't need to do as much as you think you need to do at this time. You don't need to get so busy here. Your path is already open, like I mentioned to you here. There is a thing about like all things are connected here and like timelines here. So maybe you were jumping back and forth between two timelines, maybe your higher timeline and your lower timeline or something like that. And with it in reverse here, it's like the absolute knowing of you needing to call in your highest timeline and be in divine alignment with your highest timeline. I actually feel like you are in that space of the align, like you are exactly where you need to be of your highest timeline here. And you don't have to rush yourself to make any decisions. Like, I'm literally getting like, without you, certain things can't get done any the fuck way. So there's no need to rush yourself. With the Priestess of Cups here, like did mention like the dream realm here, whales may be very significant to you. I'm getting like whale is an animal ally for some of you here. I know usually I focus on the mermaid when it comes down to this card. But there's something about whale spirit here. Maybe you I'm literally getting like you speak whale, right? Or your ancestry has like connection to whales here. So like I'm laughing because I'm hearing like Dory speaking whale from Finding Nemo, right? But like the telepathy amongst whales, and whales are considered like very royal beings in the animal kingdom. Even they are considered ancient ancestors. They are considered to be very royal also. So they're telepathic, they're royal, they have a lot of wisdom also. So tapping into like the whale's wisdom because of all the years of information that they can interpret from the water molecules that's, all surrounded them their whole lives. And they live really long lives and really big, like they consume a lot of water and information. So there's something about the whale here, and I don't know this story too well, but for some of you, I guess maybe some of y'all may be with like Christian or Catholic like background or something, or just have a connection with the Bible. But there's something about the story with like Jonah and the whale here. And maybe some of y'all were, I think it's Jonah, right? Jonah and the whale. Like I don't know the full story, but what I'm seeing, what they're showing me is, I guess Jonah was in the belly of the whale. And maybe, I don't know if that was the whale ate him or if that was a sacrifice, but he went into the whale and he ended up getting to where he needed to get to. Like he came out alive. He came out alive from the whale here. I really wish I knew this story to share with you. I'm so sorry. But that's gonna resonate for who it resonates for, and you gonna know the story here. And maybe that's for some of you just to like pick it up and see what that storyline is saying. And remember, this is about the story not being attached to like the religion, right? There's certain things about like the principle of it being a universal principle here. And so yeah, that's coming through for some of you here. I'm also getting like strong healing abilities here and like colder winter energies here. Some of you may be really connected to, and third eye, I see your message. I might let you on. This is a very rare time. Usually when I'm doing readings for a certain specific thing, I don't let other people in. But I feel like he may be able to, he might have something to share. So, third eye, give me just one moment. I will add you on here. There's something about like coconuts. I do think that some of you are smokers, so like herb could be a big significant thing to you. Just going to the ocean side here. And excuse my nails, that's me messing with the resins. It kind of like makes my fingernails look dirty here. And then you have the Six of Swords. Yeah, so your ancestors are definitely with you here. They are helping you prosper in divine alignment. They're saying like, we got your back. You do not need to worry. All right. If there are obstacles, we're helping you move these mountains here. They recognize your awareness and your connection to your ancestors, and they're so grateful and they're proud of you. Like, the same way, like all the offerings you have given to your ancestors, they're offering you this too. That's why there's roses in your hand. Like they are or they're offering you their support and their guidance and their love and purification energy to be activated inside of you and your cells and your organs to really illuminate this pathway for you here. And you're going to get more information about your ancestors here. So if you were overthinking, if you were indwelling, if you were in scarcity, there's something about dismantling the poverty and fear factor and the traumas of your ancestors in a space where you don't have to stay in that frequency and that storyline again, and like really be in a space of splendor and bliss and rejuvenate yourself here. I am going to add you on really quick, brother, and then we're going to get into Kali's surprise message here. There we go. Hello. Welcome.
Thank you. And I apologize. I just wanted to tell you who Jonah was. That's it. Now I'm going to step down.
Thank you.
So he was appointed to be a prophet, and the Creator told him to go to a certain city and prophesize against the city, but he didn't want to do it. He wanted to do his own thing. He didn't want to do it, so he tried to escape. So as he was escaping, he got swallowed by the whale. So until he humbled himself, that's when the Creator let him out the stomach of the whale. So that's all I wanted to say.
No, thank you so much for sharing that. And I feel like that's very important for whoever that message may be, right? It's like you can't run away from yourself. Like you know, in your inner knowing, you kind of know like what your soul's path is, but sometimes, you know, wearing that crown, right? The heavy is the head that wears the crown, right? It can be intense, it can be heavy, it can be, in the space where, yeah, maybe some of you are just feeling tired because you're feeling overwhelmed and you don't want to do this. And you're like, am I really the ones my ancestors chose to break through these generational like curses and shit? Like, am I? And there was the message earlier about prophetic dreams and prophecies. And so, y'all do have a strong high calling, and so I want to say thank you for coming on and sharing that. I am gonna drop you down here now, but I have much gratitude for you, and we're gonna keep on going here. Yeah, there's that. You see how everything, like, I'm just channeling, and whoever that message resonates for, it's like no matter where you turn in life, you cannot run from yourself. You cannot, um, you know, the mission that God shares with you is essentially your soul's knowing, right? Because you and God are not separate, right? You and God are not separate. Therefore, the God within you is the you and God, right? It is the you in the universe, right? And it allows for you and I to have a harmonious frequency in the universe here. In that one God body. And so yeah, that's very interesting. And then after Jonah humbled himself as stated, and I know humble may be a very triggering word for some of you, especially those of you that's into like etymology, that's into the definitions and stuff of words, and it's like humble, belittle myself. I'm not gonna belittle myself. It's not about belittling yourself. It's about dissolving. Remember, we were talking about dismantling and dissolving. So there could be some parts of the ego that has some sort of attachments to how things should be or need to be, and there's why you're feeling tired. You're feeling, maybe some of you it's even fighting off a form of depression or something like that, and there's a dissolving of that false light of disillusion, because what actually happens is you stretch yourself into greater frequencies, into a bigger version of yourself. And so if it takes you you're not belittling or humbling yourself in a way that is disrespectful to yourself, in a way that's betraying yourself. No, this is a different form of making yourself be a little bit smaller than the big O, right? There's the big G and there's little g, right? So like sometimes for you to get to the big G, you have to allow yourself to be that little g, right? Like, how do you learn from your higher self? How do you learn, whether you're learning from a book or you're learning from your intuition, or you're learning, that's little g. Little g is the one that's learning. Little g is the one that's learning from big G. You're not separate from big G. You are big G. But in order for you to get to big G, you got to go in the G. You got to go and you got to belittle yourself just a little bit. So yes, it sounds like it can hurt the ego's feeling to belittle yourself, because like, I'm going to be in my confidence and I have a big ego and whatever may serve you. And so that can actually derail you, or prolong the inevitable outcome for you, is kind of what I'm getting here. So allow yourself to, yes, it's a humbling to self in a way where it's like, you know what, maybe I have been like with a big ass head and this shit is about to pop and explode and shit, and like, if I just like breathe into myself, I can find solace, I can find peace, I can find my inner magic, even in spaces that it required me to go into that tiny crevice. It could be a tiny, tiny, tiny micro crevice within your being that is so important for you to tap into, that it allows you to actually be one with the macro of your being. But you so fixed or hard-headed or stubborn, I'm gonna just call it what it is, right? In your ways of being such a big deal that you just want to be the macro all the time. And it's very important to remember that the macro, so above, so below, and the macro, the micro is just as important as the macroism. Um, and I hope that makes sense for whoever needed to hear it that way. Um, Yeah. All right. We're going to get into Kali Ma's energy here. What does Kali want you to know for the month of January when it comes down to you, Aries? Oof, okay. Bagla Mukti. Ooh, okay. I don't remember this one too much. I don't think I've connected with this energy too much here. But there's something, the number 23 can be very, very significant to you. And I actually feel like 23 is a power energy for you. I felt that earlier. I meant to say that and I forgot. So I'm glad that it's actually coming up here. 23 can be very significant. It does add to a 5 here. But I feel like this is about if there has been any criticism that you speak to yourself, or somebody trying to put you down, or any gossip or defamation of character or something, that there is going to be some like divine intervention and removing the gossip and removing the criticism, the false information or something about you, and bring it to a space of great alignment. I also feel like there is crown chakra activation, so purple and golds could also be very significant to you at this time as well. Peacocks are coming through also, so that can be very significant, and rubies also, so red rubies here. Let me just show y'all though, and then I'm just gonna give you a moment here to take a deep inhale and slowly allow your gaze to connect with the card and the energy here, and exhale and releasing any resistance to what the messages may be here for you, and just breathing here, taking another inhale and exhaling slowly, allowing yourself to connect here, trusting your intuition, allowing whatever messages that are for you to come in. We're going to take one more inhale and exhale here as I get ready to read this message here. Bagla Mukti. Burning golden lights of divine protection. She arrests the flow of negativity. All right, hold on. Bagla Mukti. Burning golden lights of divine protection. She arrests the flow of negativity, particularly that of our own making. She is divine intervention and sacred activity. She transforms our karma from that which hinders our joy to that which creates true happiness and bliss for ourselves and all beings. As you seek refuge in her, you are protected from gossip, slander, and any form of negativity from others. A positive turning of the tide is fortune. A positive turning of the tide of fortune is predicted. The eighth of the Mahavidya's wisdom goddesses is Baglamukti. She is a beautiful avatar of Kali, known for her golden light. She is also called Patarembara Devi, or the goddess dressed in yellow. Her blessings is the bestowal of siddhis, or yogic powers. In particular, her power of Stambhara, or the power to paralyze or immobilize. She is known for pulling the tongues out of demons which seem gruesomely at odds with her beautiful appearances. But along with Stabhara, she has a deep spiritual significance. The tongue is a symbol of speech. Speech is sound expressed with intention. Sound is a creative power. Intention gives it direction. To pull out the tongue of a demon is to end its capacity to create trouble. It is stamhara in the sense of aborting or stemming the flow of negativity. Baglamuti halts negativity in its tracks, preventing it from doing any harm, nullifying its power to cause havoc. It is an act of protection. If you or another have said words you regret, or you have heard some nasty gossip or jealousy or hatefulness stemmed from someone's lips akin to a curse, trust that your spiritual refuge in Bagla Mukti will nullify its effects. Ripping out the tongue acknowledges the power of negativity and the need to have zero tolerance for it. There is no pretending the negativity doesn't exist. It means recognizing its source within and around us and cutting them out at the roots, thereby removing their capacity to influence us. Some may argue that this is spiritual bypassing, a term for spiritual approaches to avoid life's challenges rather than to face them and mature. That term may be misapplied to mean that we need to engage with toxic energies for our spiritual growth. This is a little like saying you need to keep beating your head against a brick wall to learn how to deal with the pain. There comes a point in time when you realize you no longer need to continue. Understanding the nature of the behavior and of the pain it causes is enough. This is not weakness. This is wisdom. Baglamuti presence in a reading indicates that you are learning how to self-protect, to have enough self-worth, to realize you do not need to accept negative, undermining, and toxic energies in your life. Your happiness and spiritual growth will increase as you clear them out. To do this, you may need to cut something off entirely. Something that is only sometimes that is the only effective way. It takes spiritual strength to give yourself unconditional support so you can thrive, especially, for example, if childhood conditioning, which ladens with a duty to sacrifice your well-being to another emotional suffering. Arresting negativity is not only about dealing with projections from others, it is often more challenging and intricate work to conquer the ways we are cruel to ourselves. Bhagavad helps us accurately identify and therefore deal effectively with external and internal sources of sabotage or negativity. Harness towards ourselves or others is very different from a healthy and harmonious recognition of our weaknesses, which helps us become less reactive and creates more happiness. Baglamukti is about tackling unhealthy, toxic shame, that which leaves us feeling unworthy, that something is innately wrong with us, that we do not deserve love or respect. It does not keep us humble. It keeps us spiritually incapacitated. We need a healthy sense of self-worth to be committed to growth and learning. We need to believe we are worthy of our unique destiny. When Bakla Mukti arises in a reading, a blessing of some sort needs to manifest. It may be a type of relationship you have never experienced before, or a new level of professional recognition or respect, or a realization of your inner beauty and value. This gift is essential to your continued spiritual progress, which benefits you and all beings. To be able to receive it, some form of toxic negativity needs to be conquered, and so it shall be. Do not be afraid to affirm your right to thrive. Invocation ritual. Imagine, visualize, feel, or intend that you are holding a golden mala. This is made of bright yellow prayer beads stained with turmeric, a sacred healing herb with strengthening, protective, healing properties sacred to the goddess. The beads rest in your right hand as your left hand touches your heart. These beads are created with love and psychic energy from your heart to become a spiritual offering to the Divine Mother. Imagine each bead is now a golden shining sun. They shine radiant light all around you, creating sacred space and shining positive healing energy through all dimensions and all directions for the spiritual benefit of all beings. Say the following prayer out loud. Golden Mother of Shining Light, Bagala Bagla Mukti, Pitta Bara Devi. She who wears golden yellow robes and completely halts the progress of negativity, I bow to you. With gratitude from my heart, I offer you these golden mala beads of turmeric. In you, I find confidence and trust and accept that I am worthy of my divine destiny. I choose to dwell in the beauty of your blessings. May your studies manifest in divine grace and fullness for the spiritual benefit of all beings. Om Hrim Bagalamukti Swaha Jama. Om Hrim Bagalamukti Swaha Jama. Place your right hand over your heart and visualize or intend that the prayer beads are soaking into your heart chakra. Any excess gold light is pouring into the earth, where it is sent to do the most good. Finish with your hands in prayer mode, and you have completed your ritual. I love that for y'all. I definitely felt heart chakra activations going on for you at this time. So I really love how the messages of even like the humbleness with Jonah, humbleness with her through Kali, like coming through and like really dismantling any self-criticism or doubts or insecurities of self-worth and the worthiness of being chosen for your life's path, right? For to fulfill your prophecy of the great grand prophecy even. I love that message here. So we are going to get into the subconscious messages here now, and let's see here what messages. All right, so we have Venus here, may be very significant. We have Scorpio. We have the number 6, which is also connected with Divine Mother. We have Pisces. Pisces energy was coming strong here. You have the number 8. I was also getting 888 when I was first connecting with your energies too. I did forget to mention that. So that may be significant here for you. We have Saturn. You have the number 2. You have the number 2 again. So 22 can be very significant. I also see there too. So 222 can be very significant here. Let's see what rune message we get here for Aries. January 22nd could be significant. February 2nd. Oh, I love this here. Okay. I think it's towards the end here. Just gonna read your rune. I just passed it. Yep. This is it. Okay. Hagaza. This is how you can draw it. So the key words to meditate on this is procrastination, completion, failure, illness, success through destruction, hail, jolted, transformed. For this rune to work, you must have a clear goal. It's connected to elemental forces that may invade and destroy what seems solid. Transformation and change. One of the most uncontrollable runes out of all the runes. It helps to identify and break down patterns that lead to personality destructions. It promotes breaking cycles, circumstances, or experiences that take away your mental strength. It protects you from evil eye, magic, and unwanted forces. Let's see here. What is your magical spark? What magical spark do we have here for Aries? All right, let's see here. Oh. Identify the activities that make you feel most alive and energized. I love that. Okay, Aries. Y'all are in your chaos, but we love you for it. We love you for it. Allow yourself to rest your self-sabotaging limitations, negative Nancy thought processes there. Allow yourself to restore yourself, rejuvenate yourself, get adequate rest and preparation, and be in the space of knowing, of worthiness, of bliss, of abundance, prosperity, love, joy, happiness. That is your reading. I love you so much. I thank you for existing so that I may be of service. Thank you for allowing me to be a divine conduit. May these messages serve for your highest and greatest good. And until next time, peace, y'all.